What's up YouTube, it's your boy Jay with Brother Cuz's Toy Reviews, and that's right, I am back with another one. Today I'll be reviewing MMS 712 Batman from the Flash movie by Hot Toys. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we go. We got Batman, the modern suit from Flash, aka Old Man Keaton, in the building. Finally, I've been waiting for this figure for a very long time. Alright, so first up, we're going to look at the gloved hands here. And it looks like you get 2 sets of hands. Well, 6, including the ones that's on the figure itself. You see a hand right there. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. We'll focus in on that. Come on, stop focusing on the, there we go. So you see that hand right there, very nice. The matte black finish looks good. I'm not gonna show all the hands. We get this wonderful little bat symbol stand right here. And this is for you to hold the cowl up on, giving you a nice little display, and that is cool. That is very, very cool that they give that to us. You also got some face plates here. We'll take a look at the face plates later, but you'll see some face. We'll just go ahead and show them real quick. You see you got some face plates which show an aged Michael Keaton, and that's pretty cool as well. You get 2 of those. You also get the cowl, so you get 3 of them. Actually, you get the cowl itself, which is real interesting that they give you the head sculpt on the body and the cowl separated out separately. That is cool. So there you are with the cowl, Batman with the smiling faceplate, and he looks stunning. He looks fantastic. Real good looking piece right there. Also, what else you got right here? Oh, you get another cowl. I didn't realize you get 2 cows. Oh yeah, of course, you get the empty cowl right here for him to hold. And that's pretty damn cool. I didn't realize that they gave you 2 cows. I kind of figured they would, but I really, you know, we wait so long for these things till you forget about all. By the time it released, I kind of forget about all the accessories and everything that come with them. But yeah, so you get 1 headless cowl right here. So this is the one he holds in his hand, and that looks great. That's awesome. Very cool. Let's also get the figure out here himself, and you get the figure, and it looks fantastic already. Let's go ahead and do it like so. Voila, look at that. Old Man Keaton, modern suit, looks fantastic. Figure has a good feel to it, and it just looks great, guys. It really looks great. I'm so happy that I actually have this one in. I've been waiting for this one all year, and I'm so glad that I finally got it. Looks good. We'll look at him in detail in a little bit. We'll just set him to the side for now. And you also, let's go ahead and pull out these hands just so we can get everything out of here. Get everything set out to the side. Let's get it out of the box. Yes, yes, yes. Very happy with this. And of course, you get this new LED base right here. And these, look, I get it. These look cool, but they're gonna add, he's gonna be in a DTOF, And this is gonna add a lot of unnecessary height to the figure. That's the only thing I don't like about these bases, but I'm sure when it's all lit up, it's gonna look great. But yeah, man, I'm probably gonna have to convert all my displays to Maji cases or Acosta cases, because yeah, just with these bases and the overall height of the figures now, it's kind of hard to get them all in the detail. I mean, you got the first two shells, after that you really can't see your figure anymore. So yeah, but I like it, but it just adds so much unnecessary height to the figure. It really does. But I'm sure it's gonna look cool when we get it lit up. And of course, famously, they don't give you one. You got a waist grabber right here. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. We got a waist grabber right here with the elongated waist grabber stand. So that's that right there. Let's get the rest of these hands out. Is that it? I believe that's it that comes with them. Are we missing anything? No, we do have one more thing. We have the other cape right here. It's in a plastic bag, but we actually have the cape. And I believe this is the cape that actually spreads out. And he does his bat wings with. So we'll be looking at that a little bit later. But that's pretty much everything that you get with the figure. Yeah. Let's get this bad boy on the turntable. And here he is in all his glory. Michael Keaton as Batman. Once again, in the Flash movie. This figure is phenomenal. This is one that I've been waiting for a long time. And it does not disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. It really does. This looks close to what we saw with the prototype. I mean, honestly, it's probably even better than the prototype, to be quite honest with you. This is just where we're at with Hot Toys at this point. They're giving us prototype quality or even better with their figures. Looking at the suit and just how it all comes together, it is phenomenal. A true upgrade from the 1989 and 1992 Batman Returns suit, the modern day suit. It is amazing. We have not haven't tested all the articulation and all that stuff just yet. We will be going through that. You know, I don't usually do that, but for this figure, I'm definitely going to, because they toted it in the solicitation that the articulation was much better on this one because it is the modern suit. Looking at that head sculpt, come on. The head sculpt, come on, guys. We all know how Hot Toys goes with men of a certain age. They put their all into it. They really do. And this one does not disappoint. This is older Michael Keaton. It really is. They got his likeness down to a T with this. This is phenomenal. It is, once again, uncanny. It's like the uncanny valley thing once again. Like, is this a person or is this a toy? I don't know. This just shows you how they have stepped it up over the past 3 years of paint applications and just getting the likenesses down to a T. The hair sculpt is great. Even though I did think it was a little soft in the pictures, I'm gonna tell you, in hand, it just looks good. I don't even see it being soft. It just looks good. It really does. It just looks that damn good. Jumping back down to the suit, jumping back down to the boots, you get those boots right there, reminiscent of the boots he wore in the 1989, but they are modernized, and yes, they have ankle articulation. Yes, they do. They have ankle articulation. Moving up, we see the knee pads right there, and the knee pads are held on really good to the latex suit. Looking great. Moving on up to the new Bat utility belt. I do miss the yellow one, but hey, it is what it is. This is the design that the movie makers wanted to go with, and yeah, it is. It looks like a utility belt, but this belt right here is more modernized, as the suit is more modernized. So yes, they got rid of the yellow belt but I do kind of miss it. Moving all the way up to the chest armor, I love how it looks. It looks great. It looks like more of a bulletproof type of a suit right there. Looks like more of a bulletproof vest type of thing they got going on right there. Jumping back down to the gauntlets themselves, the gauntlets look fantastic. I love how they go over the gloves. They just look great. Love how they have like almost an armor type of feel to them. Moving all the way up back to the chest where you see that bat symbol. I will say, I don't know if it's my eyes. I don't know if, you know, I'm in my 40s now, guys. So I don't know if it's my eyes, but the logo looks a little blurry. I don't know why. It just looks blurry. Maybe it has something to do with it being under, you know, the black, the stark black on the yellow and under the lights, but it just looks a little blurry. But if I'm looking at the other cow that he holds that comes with it, that one doesn't look blurry. So I don't understand what's going on there. That may be something that happened in the factory. I don't know, but it does look a little blurry right there. But like I said, that could just be my eyes. I just had my eyes tested and got some new glasses and contacts, so I don't think it's that, but it does come off just a tad blurry. Something that you would barely notice, but I notice it, so I have to bring it up and tell you about it. The shoulder pads you got there, and then moving on to the cape. You got, this is one of two capes. You got the drape cape right there, and it looks good. I mean, for what it is, it's like a pleather material type of cape. This is what he had in the movie, and I believe the cape was also bulletproof in the movie, if I'm remembering correctly. And it looked a lot like this. So it is what it is. We all know Hot Toys, you know, back in the day, the capes weren't that good, but they have stepped it up over the years. And I think this cape looks good for what it is. I think it looks damn good, actually. I think it drapes pretty well for the material and choice that they went with. And that's also, you know, has a lot to do with the movies, with the filmmakers wanted for the costume. So I think this is an accurate representation of what we've seen on screen. And I like it a lot, guys. I like it a lot. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of articulation. They told it in the solicitation that this thing had real good articulation, so we're gonna try it out. So lift these arms up like that. See, go up like so. That's about as high as you can get the arms. Let's see if they bend. Real good bend there. They bend, arms bend very well. You could definitely have him put up his dukes. That's good. You can definitely do that. It looks great. Also, let's see how the leg goes. You got ratcheted joints right there, ladies and gentlemen. You get ratcheted joints. So you definitely get that leg up pretty. He get that leg up pretty high. He gets that leg up pretty high. And of course, we get toe articulation right there. So just like the solicitation was saying, the suit is very, the suit has a lot of articulation. So let's put that down like that. But you do get that creasing, as you can see right there. You do get some creasing. So you gotta be mindful of that. But it does have great articulation, as we can see. And that's great. But it looks like it does come right back to form, if you can see right there. Those creases are already coming out a little bit. But, you know, that was just me creasing it for a few seconds out of the box. So be careful with that. But it does look like the suit has great articulation. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna swap out the capes. This is the cape that comes stock with the figure. The best thing to do is to flip it over. And there's some Velcro right here, and just it's kind of stuck on. Just pull that out, and it pulls out like so, just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and also in the back right here, I think you have this plate right here. Let's get those off like that. And then you have the wired cape. And as you can see, you got these sections right here. And they just Velcro on, I think, like that. And then you take this other piece, you flip that in. The completed look should look like this. Another thing to do is when you're placing it in, lift up, pull the wings up. It just makes it easier for this piece to go over and to connect into the bat symbol. Now, we'll say they could have made this. I mean, it's friction fit and Velcro. They could have did this a little better in my opinion, but it's not that complicated. Okay, so here he is with the full wing articulation in flight mode, and overall he looks great. It's a real good looking piece. I am using the Back to the Future 2 Marty McFly base, and so you don't get a base that really comes with it to do this type of flight mode. And yes, I am using a waist grabber. We all know how that's gonna go, but I do this for you so you won't have to go through that. So yeah, man, it looks good. It does look good. One of the major things that I don't like is they touted that the articulation in this suit was way better. And it is. It's way better than both of the 1989 Batmans. That's the original DX09 and the latest 2.0. But the arms, this is as high as you can get those arms raised. And if you look at this right arm, my finger's in the way. If you look at that right arm right there, he can barely get it up. And he can barely get he can barely get it up. I don't know. Maybe he can't. But he can barely get his arm, his what is that, my right? Is that his left arm? He can barely get his left arm up. No higher than that. And that kind of sucks. That really does kind of suck, because you expected this to have way more articulation in that. The suit is what's keeping it from going any higher than that. I mean, you're really not gonna have his arm go no higher than that anyway. Now, I mean, as far as bending the elbows and all that, you saw earlier in the video, you could do that with no problems. But it's just something I just wanted to point out. And it does suck that they don't give you a base to accommodate this flight position. I mean, I guess you could probably do it with the other little, you know, with the base that you have. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't try it. I just, you know, went with what I knew using this base. This, you know, anytime I have a flight, I'm doing anything flight mode, I always go to this Back to the Future Marty McFly base, because it was just so much for a hoverboard. It's ridiculous that they gave us that big base with that figure. But hey man, it was different times. But no, overall I like this. I think it looks great. I think it's a cool mode to have him in. This, because of space, I'm not gonna have him in this mode. This will probably be the only time I put him in this mode with this particular cape. Because like I said, space is definitely an issue now with all these figures that's coming in. So I think the main pose that I'll have him in is just, you know, him standing there holding his cowl, because I love that Bruce Wayne / Michael Keaton sculpt that much. It's kind of a, you know, it's kind of a shame to hide it, but you're buying a Batman figure, so you know you want to have him posed as Batman with the cowl on as well. But yeah, I don't think I'll have him in this mode anytime soon. Okay guys, so that's been my review on the MMS 712 Batman modern suit from The Flash by Hot Toys. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a strong, and I mean a strong, 8.5. I knocked it down a couple pegs because of just how the articulation was toted. The articulation is way better than any other Batman 89 Keaton that we have gotten. But there still could have been more improvement in the arm section. I really wanted that articulation to be, you know, much better in the arms, to lift all the way up. It wasn't. But it's really not a big deal either, because you're not gonna put him into those crazy poses where he's lifting his arms all the way up. But I do wish it was better. Now the articulation throughout the legs and the arms is 100% better. And you know, you're dealing with pretty much a full rubber suit, so it is what it is. You're only gonna get but so much with the articulation. The other thing, the way the peg connector is, that neck connector, the way it connects to the cowl, to the body, I wish it was magnetic. It was hard to do the first time around, but as I got used to it, it got better. So it does get better when you do it. It's just when you pull it out for that first time, it is a bitch. But once you get used to it and you're pulling the peg in and out and attaching, reattaching and detaching the head sculpts, it gets easier. So that is, you know, that works out. That works out the more you do it. It's just one of those things you gotta learn as you go when you're working with the figure. Aside from that, this figure is beautiful. It is great. It is one of the best Batman figures that's on the market. I mean, come on, it's an updated Michael Keaton. You gotta love it. Come on, it definitely is. Keaton was my Batman as a child, so to see him reprise his role in The Flash was epic to me. And I was looking forward to him playing Batman again in Batgirl, but we all know how that turned out. So Batgirl will never see the light of day, and The Flash was a pile of shit. But all his scenes and Supergirl scenes were dope as shit. So that's enough for me to get it. I mean, it's one of those things where I watch it and I just look for it. I'm like, all right, let's fast forward to Batman. There we go. Because all his stuff was good. Batman and Supergirl stuff was good. And it's worth watching just for those things. It's just one of those movies you just got to skip ahead. You put it on and you skip ahead. And that's just what it is. Because everything else, dog shit. But with that being said, I am going to go in on this line. I will be getting Supergirl, and of course I'll be getting The Flash when he releases, begrudgingly. But the Flash figure does look cool, and I want that damn Dakota ring. But that's it. I'll just be getting those three. I'm not gonna be getting the Batman, the Ben Affleck Batman on the Batcycle. Nah, not doing that. We don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. But this right here is a solid figure. It is one of, like I said, it's one of personally, it's one of my. It was one of the ones that I was waiting on. So for me, I would probably give it a 10, but to be fair, yeah, 8.5 is about right. It's high. It's still high. It's a high figure, but it does have some problems and some things you not problems, but things you got to get used to when articulating and playing around with this piece. It's some things you just got to get used to. Pay attention to the videos. I personally watched Figure Hideout's video to figure out how to attach the cape because the instructions wasn't making sense. So shout out to Figure Hideout. You know, so he's cool, and you know he gets some day one. So I watched this video and I was like, okay, that's how you did it. So watch his video, watch my video, and others before you mess around with this piece, because you don't want to break anything, you know, on these very expensive items. But with that being said, guys, that's my opinion. But let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications and all that good stuff. And oh yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We got a lot of cool stuff coming this year, so stick around on the channel. We're gonna be doing memberships finally this year. And membership perks. You'll be able to win figures and stuff like that, discounts and sideshow coupons and all that good stuff. So we'll be doing that this year. And yeah, we'll see you soon. And take care of yourself. Deuces.